What's going on, everybody? Today we'll be talking about how to defeat Cinderace in the new Tera Raid event dens, and what Pokemon to use and what Pokemon not to use in the Tera Raid dens. Now, a lot of people are coming into these Tera Raid events and they're not knowing what Pokemon to use. Well, today we're telling you what Pokemon to use for Cinderace. Cinderace is a tricky Pokemon to counter. A lot of people think you can just bring fairies in there, and that is not the case. You will get demolished by Steelhead. Or Ironhead, I'm sorry. So first we have Armarogue. Armarogue is a great Pokemon, fire, psychic, and is a great counter to Cinderace. But for me, the build that I found online by most YouTubers is not the one that I find most successful. A lot of YouTubers deem this successful, and I'm not downing their builds, but this just was not the best build for me. I've seen a lot of people be successful with the Armarogue build, but I could not do that solo. That's the thing. I can do it with other people, but with the Armarogue build, I cannot do it solo. Next up is Espartha. Espartha is a great pick. It is a psychic Pokemon, and it also has a great ability called competitive. Competitive is a great ability because whatever Cinderace does to boost up his stats, competitive gives Espartha those same stats as well. So if Cinderace is using bulk up 3 times in a row, Espartha gets those same stat boosts. And Espartha is also a physical attacker. So using one of its special attack moves will not do the trick for you. You would have to use a physical psychic move, and it has a great one for you. But soling with Espartha is a bit of a difficult task, in my opinion. I just could not find a optimal solution to farming these raids with her. But the next Pokemon I found a lot of success with farming the Cinderace raids with. And I'm sure a lot of you guessed it, but the next Pokemon is Slowbro. When soloing with Slowbro, I find it very, very easy. And if you are on your P's and Q's, you can get this raid done in about 5 to 8 minutes. There are times where it does go off the rails, where Cinderace may hit you with a crit, or no, it's usually just a crit. So, Cinderace hits you with a crit and then you have to heal up. So yeah, make sure you guys are utilizing your chair heal ups, because those are very, very important. I will probably stress this again later, but make sure you guys are using your chair heal ups. They are very, very important in these raids. It also heals you and also your team ups. So if you know your team is building a strategy, make sure you guys use those heal ups. So the build that I'm going with Slowbro is I'm going to be using a Life Orb. A Life Orb boosts its attack by about 1.25 if I remember correctly. Next up, the build I'm going with is primarily a defensive build to counteract Cinderace's high attack power. So I'm going mostly defense, HP, and the last little bit I put in special attack. I also used a mint to lower my attack and boost my defense higher because we're not worried about attack here. The moveset that I'm going with is Iron Defense, Nasty Plot, Psychic Terrain, and Stored Power. And I will show you why I picked those moves coming up next. So we're entering the raid den, and the first thing that you should do with Slowpoke is go ahead and pop 3 Iron Defenses immediately. Nothing else matters. 3 Iron Defenses immediately. Only time that you possibly would stop is if you get hit with a crit. If you get hit with a crit, the next thing you should do is go ahead and heal up. Use them chair heals. I'm telling you, them chair heals will help, and crits are critically punishing on here, especially when he gets to those 3 bulk ups in a row. That's when those crits really get punishing. But if you notice, once I hit those 3 Iron Defenses, I go straight to a Nasty Plot. So I do 3 straight Nasty Plots, and then after I do those 3 straight Nasty Plots, I immediately put down a Psychic Terrain. Psychic Terrain will boost psychic attacks, and then once I put the Psychic Terrain down, then I go ahead and use Stored Power. Stored Power gets a lot of boost because I did the Iron Defense and I also did the Nasty Plots. Now, you're going to see here that Cinderace is a cheater. Cinderace knocked out my Slowbro when Slowbro still had half its health left. So someone explained that to me. I'm not sure how that is. That's why I still feel like Slowbro is possibly the best option for this, because you still get great time to set up. You don't have a problem with Cinderace acrobatics. It barely takes any health once you get 3 iron defenses going. And it just gets really easy the more you do it. The more you do it, you can clear this in about 5 to 7 minutes. And then you can rack up them candies and get to building more Pokemon. But if you guys like content like this, make sure you guys like the video, sub up if you aren't already sub up, because I will be dropping more build videos for more raids to come. And also, if you guys just like Pokemon content, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions or if you have any opinions on what builds to use for this Cinderace raid, please drop them in the comment section below. I really do appreciate you guys, and I will also be linking the other YouTube videos for Armarogue and Espartha in the description below. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys like and sub, and I'll see you guys later.